Hello, my name is Beth, and I am a programming assistant for the St. Johns County Public Library System, and you are watching In the Bubble with Beth, a weekly series where we make random things while we're home in our quarantine bubble. So welcome. This week we are going to make pyrite pots. Pyrite is a protective stone. It's sometimes referred to as fool's gold. You can see it's shiny and golden like, but it's definitely not gold, but it's still pretty, and it's supposed to ward off negative energies in your home. So we are going to decorate a little planter pot with it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so to make our pyrite pots, we are going to be referring to this book, The New Bohemians, Cool and Collected Homes by Justina Blakeney. It's mostly a book of photographs of other people's houses, but there's all kinds of different projects in there also. And there's this one with pyrite pots, so we're gonna try to make it. And what we will need is a small planter pot, some of this Loctite Go-To glue. It's an all-purpose glue that you can get online. I ordered it off of Amazon. And you will need 2 pounds of pyrite, marble-sized pyrite. I ordered this, so the book suggested that you can get yours on eBay by searching pyrite lot. She said it should cost about $10 a pound, and she says that she used less than 2 pounds for this project. I did search on eBay and I did find it, but I actually purchased this off of Amazon using the same search terms, just in case anyone was uncomfortable using eBay if they'd never used it before. So mine came in, mine are smaller than the marble size, I would say. Some of them are really tiny, but I think that's going to be okay. We're also going to, if you want, you'll want some kind of plant and some potting soil to complete your pot when you're done. But you can also use this to put pins in, or just to look pretty on a shelf. You could also use vases or picture frames or candle holders. You can pretty much decorate anything you want with this. And she also suggested that if you, I won't need this because again my pieces are pretty tiny, but if you do have like big chunks, that you might want to also have a towel, a hammer, and protective goggles, because you could wrap the pieces into a towel, put it on a cement surface, make sure you're wearing your goggles, and then hammer the towel so that your pieces would get smaller. But again, my pieces are already small, so I'm just going to go with what I have. So basically, we're just going to begin with the terracotta pot sitting upright like this, and we're going to start gluing the pyrite pieces to the bottom all the way around, using generous amounts of glue. We'll let the glue set for about half an hour and then continue with the next row up, and we'll just keep going. So we're going to, rotate the pieces so that the flattest edge of the stone goes against the pot. And it's kind of just like a puzzle. We'll just be putting the pieces in so that we have as little negative space basically as possible when we're done, and then hopefully it'll look pretty like this. So let's get started. A piece of pyrite, but this side seems the most flat, so I'm going to go ahead, and she says to use a generous amount of glue, so I'm going to do that. And Just start at the bottom. I'll hold it down for just a few seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. Okay, so then I'll pick another piece and this one looks nice. And this side seems the most flat, so I'll do the same. Lots of glue. Oops. Tricky. Okay, and I'll just kind of hold it there. Can you hear my cat Isadora meowing? Okay. So I'll just keep doing that. I'm gonna glue pieces. Oops. I might actually have to keep my hands there for a little bit longer. There it goes. But she said to let it set, you know, you'll do a row and then let it set for 30 minutes before you try to do the next row. I will probably do half of a row, let that set, and then switch it over to the other side. So I'll just keep going, and we'll come back in a second. So I'm several minutes in, and I just want to show you I've done one part of a row. I didn't even do a halfway point because I'm finding that the glue is kind of, or the pieces are sliding if you try to go too far along. So I've kind of just found my magic spot where it seems like, okay, they're staying together now. So it's maybe a quarter of a row. So I'll let this set, and then then I will continue along and probably do another, well, maybe that's a third of a side, and then I'll let that dry, and I'll do another quarter or third, and then I'll do the final third. And then we'll move up to the next row. I did kind of start a second row here accidentally because some pieces just kind of slid that way and they stayed. So I'm going with it. But anyway, I'll come back in a little bit, and we'll keep going. So I've done the first row. You can see I'm very messy with my glue along the bottom, but that's okay. It's gonna all dry clear and you won't see the bottom of the pot anyway. But so I did end up doing it in 3 stages, that first row. I have found as I've been doing it that it definitely helps to put glue on the pot as well as on the pyrite rock itself. And I'm hoping now that this layer is done, that when I go to do the second layer, it'll move a lot faster, because this layer should stop the pieces from rolling off. That's something that as I'm putting the pieces on, a lot of times they would kind of start to slide down off of the bottom of the pot, which is why I ended up doing that bottom row in 3 stages. But like I said, I'm going to let this dry for 30 minutes, and I'm hoping that once I do layer 2, I can maybe do it all in one go. But we will see. Stay tuned. Okay, and as I'd hoped, the second row is moving much faster. I'm able to just go along and put the pieces in. You just kind of have to work them like a puzzle piece. There might be a few little spaces in between, but you just look and see what you can find. Like I found this one piece right here. Oops, can I get to it? It had this nice little pointy piece, so it fit into that little spot over well. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around, and then I'll take a break for 30 minutes, let it dry, and then keep moving up. So we'll see you in a little bit. I just wanted to mention that I have started to, I was doing the rows, and I found that it was almost easier because of the roundness of the pot to just go in sections from the bottom up. So that's what I've been doing. Instead of trying to go one row at a time around, I just like pick one little spot and go up. From, I guess I was about the third row up that I started doing this. And I've also taken a little piece of wood, and I'm just using that kind of as a support to hold it, so that I can focus on a new section. So that seems to be a lot easier. I also want to mention that this glue, where is my hand? This glue is super sticky, so just a warning. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, so I've got all the way around, and now I'm starting to do the lip, and I just want to show you. I'm pretty much just putting the glue directly on here. Sometimes I put it on the rock but for the most part I've actually just been putting it on the pot. So I'll just kind of decide how I want my little pieces and throw them in there. If it's going to a weird angle, like this one, I think I'm going to kind of throw in sideways. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the stone itself as well, just hoping to secure it a little bit more. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just keep doing it all the way around.
All day long.
All day long. Okay, so you can see my pot is now done. It's pretty substantial. When you pick it up, it's kind of heavy, but it looks really pretty. The instructions had said to use to get 2 pounds of the pyrite, which would be good for 2 pots, and I would say that's probably about right. I bought 2 1-pound pouches of pyrite. Mine was smaller. So to do 1 pot, you would just need the 1 pound, and you'll have a little bit left over. It came in this cute little velvet pouch, and somebody will probably enjoy that as treasure. But yeah, it came out pretty accurate, I would say. I'm impressed. My hands are definitely oops. Well, you can see I've got a lot of sticky goo on my hands, but overall it came out pretty good. Some other books you might be interested in include Plant Style, How to Greenify Your Space, Urban Jungle, Living and Styling with Plants, Decorating with Plants, What to Choose, Ways to Style, and How to Make Them Thrive. And then if you're interested in crafting, you might also enjoy this book, Lena Corwin's Made by Hand. There's all kinds of different projects in there, and it's pretty fun. And if you're into stones and gems, you might enjoy this Smithsonian titled Gem. Thank you so much for watching another video of In the Bubble with Beth. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment on it, and share it. And please be sure to keep checking out the St. Johns County Public Library System's Facebook page and YouTube channel for all kinds of content for adults, teens, and children. If you are watching this for the Read Squared app, please stay tuned for the secret word. And now the secret word is Best Summer 16. Best Summer 16. If you make your own pyrite pot, we'd love to see it. Tag us on Instagram with hashtag I love SJCPLS. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see you at the library.